Super Mario, Dragon Ball. These two icons of gaming and anime show how much of a chokehold Japan has over us Westerners. But that hasn't stopped us from taking their characters and making something new. Even if said new is interesting to say the least. Speedrunner Mario, the Wahoo man always staying 4 parallel universes ahead. Y el hermano de Jiren, el más poderoso hombre del multiverso. What? I make these and it's my job to go over their origin and skills. A ver quién va a ganar en este episodio del Debate Club. We did it again. What? Super Mario 64, quite possibly one of the most well-known and iconic platformers of all time. I mean, who remembers going through their first painting, getting their first star, and throwing Bowser into multiple bombs? Or into the abyss if you suck. What's not to love? But from that popularity came those who, quote, speedrun the game. The art of speedrunning is to perfect the game, to beat Mario 64 in a ridiculously short amount of time, even breaking the game just to save a few minutes. This sport, no, this art form, inspired one YouTube animator, TerminalMontage, to make a video on it. Something about Super Mario 64. And from it birthed one of the most powerful characters of all time, Speedrunner Mario. He just looks like a goofy Mario. What makes him so special? Well, Speedrunner Mario, being a speedrunner, is insanely fast, able to move vast distances in seconds, but he can also complete tasks in short amount of times. But obviously, that's not Mario's main ability. That would be his backwards long jump, where Mario jumps against the ledge or other surfaces, where he builds up speed. This can also be used offensively, where he can aggressively twerk against you. I'd be surprised, but he can also gun away mind control like it's nothing. And when I say he builds up speed, I mean to the point where he defies physics. With it, he can phase through any objects, move to areas not even connected to each other, ignore gravity, not even needing to move in order to go from point A to point B, travel through dimensions, even through time. And this isn't some ability. He does this through speed and speed alone, which would require his speeds to literally reach infinite. No wonder he can even set you up in several parallel universes to kill you, which he used against his greatest rival, Melee Fox. Their fight literally tore apart several universes, and in it, Mario showed that he can also become this buff anime version of himself, where he can also claim that he can think 4 parallel universes ahead of anybody. Okay, what does that even mean? Well, the best way I can describe it is some sort of dimensionally tied precognition. Okay, anything else in this video? Well, there's this Scuttlebug which can increase his speed even further. Wait, how the hell do you go beyond infinity? Oh, okay, well technically us as humans have a way to measure infinity, so I guess by hitting the Scuttlebug, he gains another bit of infinity to infinitely increase his already infinity. I think infinity has lost all its meaning. I remember when us humans used to be impressed by things going more than 10 miles an hour. Yeah, but that's not the only thing in Mario's arsenal. He also has a key which can infinitely consume an entire island, a teleportation whistle that can summon a tornado, a hammer, a gun, and when times get tough, he can use his literal inner demons, which gives him his speedrunner powers. But absolute power corrupts absolute, and Mario's become a threat to the entire multiverse, causing his brother Luigi and Kerbo to become more increasingly considered, and when they tried to purify Mario of his demons, he would always escape to wreak more havoc. It took the combined efforts of most of the TerminalMontage cast to even track him down, and Mario was able to overpower all of them, even Sonic, the chili dog. Hey, I know Sonic, where Mario damaged his invincible super form. Oh, that's a dead Sonic. But ultimately, while it took a lot of effort through the power of God, anime, and brotherly love, the speed demon was exorcised from Mario's body. Sadly, this event could not be remembered, for Rosalina and Gino, the ones who were chasing the speed demon in the first place, reset the multiverse in order to erase the memories of everyone truly, turning Mario back into a hero. What? The art of speedrunning takes its time, but it's also a skillful and prideful practice. People cheat, people get angry, egotistical, and let their demons consume them. Sadly, the Wahoo man was consumed, but that's not the point of who Mario actually is. He's always been about saving the princess and beating Bowser, but for the right reasons. But in any case, if you find yourself in a fight with Speedrunner Mario, know that he's already beaten you in many other parallel universes, and this is just his victory lap.
お前のスピードは長続きしないが、俺様のは永遠だ。
Dragon Ball, created by the late Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, follows the adventures of Son Goku and his quest to become strong, saving the world, nay, the whole universe, with all the yelling, power-ups, and laser fights you could want. This series inspired many, spawning fanfictions, fan games, and even OCs. Fun fact, the creator of the current Dragon Ball Super, was created by a fan who also made the Dragon Ball AF stories. That's cool. He's also inspired some interesting creators, including Capo Productins, who would go on to create the parody series Dragon Ball X. Okay, despite it sounding cool, it's a complete acid trip. But regardless, Dragon Ball went through many arcs, including the Tournament of Power, a very famous arc with some seriously badass fights with some seriously badass characters, like Toppo, the time-skipping assassin hit, and Jiren, who really put Goku through the test, forcing him to go Ultra Instinct. And this character specifically would inspire Capo, in which he would create the most hilariously broken character in internet history, El Hermano. El hermano de Jiren es el más poderoso en todo el espacio y tiempo, uno que puede solar cualquiera de tus versos. What the hell, since when did you start speaking Spanish? Siempre podía hablar español. What? Then why haven't you ever done it before? ¿Nunca preguntaste? Huh. Born in Universe 7, El Hermano was born the stronger and better older brother to Jiren. And honestly, that alone is insane, since Jiren is one of the most deadly characters in the Dragon Ball universe. And El Hermano is not only stronger, but also smarter. I mean, it makes sense given his giant head, but he can't be that smart. Okay, I know he is smart. Yep, and he's written several books such as Le Fiere, this one which just translates to brother, and my personal favorite, Solis. Pero eso no significaría nada en una pelea, así que vemos cuál loco está este tipo. Right on, my more cultural self. Well, first off, he's the one responsible for killing the Jiren clan. Almost everyone, except for a few, spared, including his younger brother Jiren, because El Hermano wanted to pull an Itachi. No, really, that's his reasoning. And to deal with the grief, he read books to become too smart to care. He certainly had the powers and abilities to prove why he's the strongest. El Hermano can manipulate his spirit energy, or ki, for various attacks. Mostly regular blasts, but he can also shoot lasers and fly. He can also scream so loud that he can create portals to other dimensions. Why he does this? To kill the multiverse of Gohans. But he can also regenerate from serious damage. He's able to literally harness aura. This came up before the memes. He can also create barriers, and even has Toon Force. Ah fuck, he has Toon Force. I see los pinches poderes de las caricaturas. But all this is secondary to El Hermano's main ability, his absolute defense. This allows him to literally not take damage. Hit him with blasts of energy and he'll just stand there, because he literally can't take damage of a physical, spiritual, or even conceptual level. It's also allowed him to reflect any and all attacks, or even straight up negate them by looking at them. When he got into a fight with his little brother Jiren in the Tournament of Power, he literally looked at Jiren's attacks and noped them away. He also has absolute speed, which allows him to travel through time with sheer speed. He also killed Jiren in the Tournament of Power, and then just rebooted him like he was in Fortnite. I feel like if we had an absolute power, it would be absolute yapping. Hey, don't blame me. Blame the writers. Regardless, El Hermano is also quite strong, possessing strength beyond strength, being able to go toe-to-toe with El Padre, Cel Dorado, but most notably was Gohan Blanco. Oh yeah, he really likes killing Gohans, and Gohan Blanco is one of the strongest beings, able to destroy the entire multiverse. And then there's sometimes where he's able to fight the mega meme Lord Shaggy himself, and get this, force him to use all of his power. El Hermano did lose, but still, being able to fight Shaggy at 100% of his power and live to tell the tale is just really stupid, honestly. Like, really fucking stupid is, like, honestly, really fucking stupid is a perfect way to sum up this franchise. But despite El Hermano's power, he has shown to be shockingly humble, who can lose a fight in spite of absolute defense, like against the Cheese Man, who was a fan of his work, but caused El Hermano some mild annoyance. So they fought, and El Hermano lost. but still lived. But sadly, our favorite blue Chad Jiren couldn't last forever. Yeah, Shaggy actually would later manage to kill El Hermano twice, likely overtaxing his absolute defense with whatever the fuck Shaggy has. But then again, if you're strong enough to meme yourself into canon and kick ass 99% of the time, who cares about dying to Shaggy? Dragon Ball is an important series to many, and may we all hope Akira Toriyama a peaceful slumber. His art is truly one of the greatest pieces of media. Without it, we wouldn't have such awesome anime to come to the West, nor would we be able to have all these funny memes to go alongside it. And ultimately, that's what El Hermano encapsulates. True, unadulterated meme goodness. So to all the Gohans, beware. For as long as El Hermano walks his plane of existence... Oye, ¿sabías que también era la madre de Shaggy? Huh?
It's been a long time, Mighten with brother.
Muy bien, es hora. Ambos combates están listos y ahora a poner fin al debate.
Así que tú eres quien estaba jugando con las líneas temporales. Tal vez si eres un rival digno después de todo.
So, Mario went universe to universe, fixing all mistakes every once, until only he was victorious. However, in order to truly defeat his opponent, he must defeat him at the initial point, so that he could win before the fight even began. Only then could he achieve his perfect run.
La cosa sobre tratar de derrotarme en cada universo es que eventualmente te encontrarás a un hermano que jamás serás capaz de vencer.
Hearing this realization, Mario had one simple solution. Bring every Mario from every universe to battle the undefeatable El Hermano. At last, the Mario who can never be defeated has arrived. Two unstoppable forces clash. The ultimate stalemate.
Se acaba aquí. ¿Qué demonios?
Here we go!
Worlds in game. finish the level, every enemy on screen instantly becomes points. No destruction, no death, just defeat. However, this can go either way, so in theory, anyone can touch the end. 0.1 seconds was the difference between victory and defeat. Mario has already prepared a plan for parallel universes ahead. He would summon his ultimate tool. By bouncing off the scuttlebug, he is able to split the time difference, meaning he was able to reach the end within a difference of 0.05 seconds.
So long, thank you so much for playing my game.
Well, that just happened. What happened exactly? A mí no me mires, yo tampoco sé lo que pasó aquí. Huh. This matchup was ridiculously close. Speedrunner Mario and El Hermano at the start of the fight would be dead even in terms of infinite speed and multiversal strength, although Wahoo would be ever increasing in speed while El Hermano would be ever increasing in strength, meaning both had one significant advantage, almost making this match a sort of unstoppable force versus a movable object sort of deal, meaning we had to look at their abilities to figure out a true winner. In terms of techniques and experience, El Hermano does hold the edge, while Speedrunner Mario had more versatility in what he can throw at El Hermano. However, both had similar abilities. Range projectiles, time and dimensional travel, you know, the works. However, you would think that El Hermano being a shit brick house means that any and all of Speedrunner Mario's offensive abilities would be limited, but this is where things start tilting in his favor. For starts, Wahoo's precognition of 4 parallel universes ahead means that he can clue in on any and all ways to actually beat El Hermano without needing to directly harm or kill him. Now, while this does sound difficult, Mario's control over his own speed meant that he could speed up any time for El Hermano. He could either outlast him or find other different ways to defeat him. Both had dimensional travel, but Speedrunner Mario had more, on demand. Plus, with him being connected to every other Mario across the multiverse, he had a potentially infinite amount of extra lives to prolong the fight. But this is quite a slow way of victory, and it's Speedrunner Mario. So obviously, there would be a faster way. El Hermano and Speedrunner Mario both can break the laws of their universe, but only Mario can canonically break the very physics he abides to with tricks like the BLJ and Scuttlebug. Mario can manipulate stuff like absolute defense to potentially be able to bypass it. It's not like characters in the TerminalMontage verse haven't done similar feats before, such as Boshi killing the incarnation of matter and antimatter, an actual paradox. And Boshi's way weaker than Speedrunner Mario. And then we have Kerbo with the power of the Lord, just being able to smite any and all who would dare oppose his ideals. Very Christian-like, if you ask me. El Hermano wouldn't go down easy, but with unrivaled speeds, endless parallel universes, and knowledge of the past, future, and both for them, Supadori Anamamari wa Zekai ni Sekai, Kiroku no Toridoro, and time! So how fast was that? Yes! World record! That wasn't even Spanish, dude, what the hell? I'm so talented. The winner is Speedrunner Mario!
Thank you so much for playing my game.